take 782,100 billion. I'm being a sarcastic ass right now because I'm getting frustrated with myself. Now I get to have the pleasure of making the trip down tomorrow, of course, to the house. Make sure that the RV gets picked up by the right person and everything like that. And it gets, towed up here. And then also bring up some of the furniture that I'm leaving there, or I have still there, like the log furniture things, and then the rototiller. Generator gets to stay. One of the little coffee table things gets to stay, so I don't have this big table right in front of the fireplace so I can stay warm, because I get to move back to the house with all this bullshit that's gone on between neighbors fucking with my property still, and dealing with all this shit, and the fact that while I'm still paying for that house, I can't really afford to. While paying for that house, I can't afford to help pay for my dad's help pay for his mortgage too. And so, yeah, my kids get their wish. She gets her wish. I'm gonna be homeless basically, because I don't have anywhere else to go. I can't afford to get an electricity turned on because she left me with an $800 electricity bill. And her idea of fixing that problem was, well, I can always, get your information and use that agency again to help pay for that so you can get your electricity turned on. Yeah, that's how you avoided paying that electric bill all that time, and you were using my information to do it. That's what you were wanting to do again. It's like, I can't be racking these bills up. So no, I made sure I got a couple boxes of candles, so I have some extra light in there. Because at night I'll primarily be dealing with the wood stove and a candle or two. I'm going to be right back to experiencing the things I had to the first winter there. No running water, no electricity. Winter temperatures get dropping like they do, in a house where, yeah, I'm going to have to basically huddle around the fireplace. I mean, thankfully, in a weird way, God made sure that there was a tree dead so that the electric company can go chop it down for me. Because they did that since I haven't been there. So at least there's something for firewood. So I got to take the chainsaw. Get that thing chunked up. So that way I have some sort of firewood. I have no choice. I don't have anybody down there. I've got neighbors trying to steal shit from my home or vandalizing it. I've got this other crap going on. And it's like, I can't get away from this shit. And I keep willingly communicating, because I do love them very much. I just wish they would start making an effort. They get a little mad and they're getting hurt about all this stuff. It's like, the reason why I told you what I did about those rings is because I genuinely meant it. I knew when I went and bought I ended up buying wedding rings. And with the core of it being an investment into a relationship with somebody who's actually going to put an effort into the relationship, an equal amount. Not a one-way fucking street. And then get told about two-way streets. In hopes that they would understand that maybe if you start making an effort, this will happen. But I also had to understood in my head, like, why are they so adamant about getting married so fast after they fucked up so badly? There's more to this shit than anything, and it all goes back to, yeah, a few things that I question, and pretty much something I brought up back in 2021 on August 27th in a text message. Because it was 14 days later, she did exactly what I said that she was going to do and what she was going to try to do. So I've been thinking about that too a bit. Not just what she's done more recently. It's everything that's gone on. It's like there's been so much fucking shit. And because I can't trust anybody down there, and I can't leave my home unattended down there, out of fear of the neighbors go, oh, well, it's wintertime. You know, he ain't coming back down here, so we get to go fuck with his house. No. I get to go camp out in the fucking house, use a generator to at least have a light bulb or two. You know, in that sense, be able to keep some of the stuff that I need charged. And, yeah. At most, I'll at least get to have my cool little foot heater. My little 500 watt fucking foot heater. For a living room that's like 25 feet by like 14 feet or some shit, 12 feet. I gotta make sure everything's put in a place where it's taken care of, or won't go bad because of how cold it's gonna get there. It's gonna get cold because I'm not gonna be able to heat that whole house. So I've got to shut basically all the doors, cover the windows, just like I did the first fucking winter, and deal with all that fun mess. I'm basically just getting to take like what I have with me, my clothes, my camera, computer, my tablet, not my TV or anything or movies, because yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Some other survival supplies, I'll just put it that way, and camping supplies, because yeah, I don't trust anybody down there, and the fact that I've got to go through this again, it's really bothering me. Going through this exact situation is what fucked my back up pretty good. Like, made it hard for me to be able to do what I needed to do through all that time, and I had to force myself to do a lot of that shit because it was killing my fucking back. And she just didn't give a shit. So I mean, I get stuck moving back down there. I gotta leave some of my dogs here. I'm only gonna be able to take 2 with me. I might, of all things, take my big dog though too. I might take a third, cause even though he's a bit of a butt face, I know he's a protector. And I know he's not afraid to deal with something. So I just don't trust people down there, and I shouldn't have to go to a house that I've been trying to get rid of to get away from the abusive shit I've been dealing with and that toxic fucking cycle, because I can't seem to escape it, and I'm being kind of forced to go back to it. Like, I have no choice. You know, and they're at core of why I don't really have anywhere else to go. And I don't really have anybody I can rely on down there. I mean, I got the market guy, thankfully. Scott and his wife is pretty awesome people. But that's really all I got. You know? I've got my friend Bob across the lake by my other property. That's not going to help during wintertime, because that's like, at that point, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hour drive. You know, depending on how the roads are. Because during the winter, if it's 45 minutes to get there, it's going to be more or less an hour and a half. So hopefully I get through winter. I'll just, like I said, I'll take my camera and stuff like that. So I'll have things to do, and I mean during wintertime, usually get some pretty good pictures. I'm just not looking forward to any of this shit, and it's bothering me a lot, and knowing I don't know how long I'm gonna be there, especially throughout winter. We get like a half a fall on a good year. Like this year, I'm surprised it's not snowing yet. Knock on wood. But I won't be surprised if it does start dropping to those temperatures because it's already dropping down to freezing and all at night down there. So, and with the snow being up at Crater Lake, it's only a matter of time that it's gonna be getting to the house. I mean, when we start seeing it on our mountain, that's right next to us. Yeah, that's when we gotta start being a little bit more nervous. But I'm pretty lost at the moment. I'm just overwhelmed and not looking forward to this because I've been pretty alienated and isolated at that house for a long time. And the idea I'm surrounded by people I can't trust, it's made it to where I'm stuck alone. And all just my dogs and I gotta hope my cat stays safe and she doesn't, yeah, because she gets to stay here. I'm probably gonna, well, I'm gonna have to try and take her home with too. The more I think about it, I might have to take her home with also. Because with my son moving in with his cat and all, it's probably gonna push my cat out into the road. So I mean, I'm really fucked up. Like I'm pretty fucked over on this. I'm writing on the fact of this house selling because I've got nothing really. I'm barely gonna. I've been barely skimming by, and I'm barely gonna skim by on this. And so I hope they're happy. And yeah, thanks for watching.